the giant halberd dragon, our Lord Gog above all, a flying behemoth of untold power, is coming. Yes! Let's talk, Gogmazios. Hello then, my fellow hunters. Now that the title update 3 excitement has calmed down just a little bit, and God, what a title update it is, I want to look a little bit to the future, because, well, I mean, Gogmazios. Title update 4, he is the star of the show, and indeed, just now in general, for me, in Wilds full stop, he is the star of the show. He is a big deal. He's also a big deal. And the fact that we're actually getting him in a title update is ridiculous to me. Because Gogmazios is a legendary monster, an elder dragon of elder dragons, and he's in that kind of mythical fabled category of big deal end boss that you're probably never going to see again. Because by and large, we don't really see big deal end bosses again. There's been a few exceptions, of course, but when you look at things like your Diamoralis, or your Nakakos, or your Dalamadur, or your Atalkar, you just kinda don't feel like it's gonna happen. It would be weird for one of them to be in a new base game, because they're such big deals, and you always expect a new original end boss to cap things off. So a title update centerpiece kinda remains the only real way to do it, and until 5th gen made title updates a thing, well, that obviously wasn't even a possibility. So until World came out, until title updates were a concept, I never thought I'd ever see the likes of Dalamadur and, yes, Gogmazios ever again. And that was obviously a great shame, because I, like I'm sure many of you, adore him. For me, he is firmly in my top 5 monsters. He rotates between 2nd and 3rd place, depending on the day. He has remained my favourite Elder Dragon since I first fought him back in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and I just think he is incredible. He is a huge Elder Dragon, but he can still fly, and being the largest flying monster is a really cool little claim to fame. Not that he needs the extra claims to fame, because I mean, it's Gogmazios. If you've at all heard or been around just general Monster Hunter community, you'll have heard me and many other people say things like, oh Gog, or, you know, for Gog's sake, etc. That of course all stemmed from Gogmazios. Culturally, he's had a big deal impact on Monster Hunter. He is Lord Gog, you know, and that's really, really fun. But again, largest flying monster. Get out the arena!
Okay, okay, that's good information that I don't think I got in time.
Look at him! The largest flying monster in all of Monster Hunter.
Is he bigger than Xenojiva?
Yep. Oh
God.
God, look at it! It's so cool!
Oh my God. Well, that's nasty.
So that's his ultimate attack, with a ridiculous ultimate attack, as you just saw, the superheated tar beam, because tar is his whole shtick, or is it his whole sticky? So the only time we fought him before was in the Battle Quarters, a defensible fortress position in Dundorma, the headquarters of the guild, and we were defending Gogmazios from, well, breaking in to chiefly get at the gunpowder stores and eat it. It processes that into what it needs and excretes the waste out of its pores as this sticky, oily tar that is both very, very flammable, and when he gets mad, he heats up, which causes the tar to start steaming on his body, and instead of doing little droplets of sticky tar that you can get caught up in, and that's where the tarred status effect came from, it instead just starts exploding immediately. He has a lot of just accidental one-shotting power, never mind when it's deliberately pointed at you. Oh shit. And despite his size and location, he still always felt like an actual hunt. Like it wasn't him ignoring you while you used siege equipment and chopped at his toes, it felt still like a personal fight. So obviously, in what he is, what he looks like, how he works, everything about him is just a slam dunk bit of perfection for the oilwell basin. He is essentially the epitome of giant oily threat, and however he ends up manifesting, whether it's in the basin itself or a new dahaad-esque side area specifically for him, it's gonna be something special and then some. I have wanted him for just the longest time.
God, I hope he always keeps the title of largest flying monster. A 5th gen, or God forbid 6th gen, visual Gogmazios would be one of the greatest things.
And of course, one of the big questions is he going to be a regular hunt, air quotes, or is he going to be a siege hunt? More akin to, say, Kulve Taroth in the Caverns of El Dorado. As you whittle her down and fire all of the cannons, etc. You know, something that actually more directly needs the environment, or if he's going to be more a direct encounter. I feel like a hybrid approach might be the way. We can have Zuz get involved with the defense, because I imagine they're going to have a little bit of an issue with this happening in the oilwell basin, as will most of the monsters in the local area, so there might be some sort of setup or construction that they will help us with in order to combat him, but it doesn't feel like the oilwell's going to have at least the immediate infrastructure to make it a literal siege fight. He might end up being some sort of group effort like Safi Jiva from the hub, a whittle down type thing, if they convert him into that kind of experience. If the new endgame systems that they are adding in Title Update 4 are tied to him, then that could well be a thing. Personally, I'd like him to just kind of be a normal hunt, or at least a normal hunt that Gogmazios can be, as one of the most powerful creatures in all of Monster Hunter. He really is awe-inspiring, and it also, you know, helps that he's got a cute little sad face on his neck, which is just the best. But it would feel a little bit wrong to not have something like a Dragonator there, as Dragonator is quite iconically tied with Gogmazios.
Appears to be charging the Dragonator with his Dragonator.
Oh God! Oh God! Stab him in the... I'm so sorry! That's so uncool of me! I'm so sorry!
And that's because he comes equipped, or perhaps I should say comes sticked, with the original Dragonator on his back from some sort of previous encounter. And during the hunt with him, you can break it like apart, which will cause that Dragonator to fall off his back to the floor. Mountain is generally the easiest way to accomplish this, and then you can interact with it and use it as an extra Dragonator pop against him. But the thing is, we now know the icon used for Gogmazios, and it looks a little bit something like this, which I admittedly is quite the blurry mess to look at. So if we swap to this wonderful, crisp recreation by Athem Wolf, shout out to you, then we can see a little bit more clearly that that's definitely not a Dragonator on his back. And obviously that's there for a reason. It's going to be important, so it looks like we're going to get a shift in whatever unique thing is coming extra with Gogmazios via it being attached to him. It won't be deliberate, obviously. He's an Elder Dragon, he's a clever cookie, but he's not that clever of a cookie. And given we're dealing with the ancient technology themes that we do have with this civilization, the Guardians and the Dragon Torch, etc., I can't help but feel like this is going to be some particularly potent weapon that may well have attached itself. Maybe this Gogmazios hasn't been seen in a long time, and the last time it did do anything, it managed to get some particularly nasty bit of ancient tech stuck to his back, and whether it will be we break it off and use it against him, or he either accidentally or maybe deliberately uses it against us, is a whole other question. It does kind of look like a big fancy tech gun, which would be hilarious if that starts like beaming off blasts while we're hunting him, but that's very much hard to tell. The point is, how could I not talk about Gogmazios? He is impressive in the very definition of the word, and is one of the most iconic choices that literally could ever have been chosen, up there with the likes of Dalamadur. And because he's going to be in Title Update 4, which is past even Title Update 3, he's probably going to be absolutely brutal. And he also has really, really cool equipment. The greatsword, of course, I'm going to talk about it, is particularly special, with the chains going round it, his bright blue hue there being represented, and the thing is that you might not realize is a lot of his equipment back in the day was actually revolving around the sleep element, which I totally wouldn't be against that happening again this time around. There's a lot of fun they could have. I imagine his armor and him will get unique skills, as that tends to be the case now, so there is a lot of potential when we look at the theme of him as a monster. He really does have some swish armor design, though I definitely wish I liked it more than I did, given how much I like the actual monster, but everything tends to look a lot better once it's updated into the post-World Monster Hunter world. In any case, though, it really cannot be overstated how much of a big deal this is. If you fought Gog, if you know Gog, you know that, and if you've not and you're like, ooh, this looks fun, what's happening? Well then, brace yourselves. This is Monster Hunter royalty at its finest, being added in the best version of it ever, and it's going to be an absolutely spectacular event. I really, really cannot wait. Gogmazios is brilliant, and I have no doubt this is going to be up there with Raging Bracky for Talis kind of level special title updates. Let me know what you're thinking, whether you know him or not, and well, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more, consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we've met again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.